Hello and welcome kids, welcome to the Sleuth booth, and this video is just for you young people out there who are excited for Santa to come down that chimney and bring you whatever your heart desires, whatever you've asked for. And remember kids, that if you don't get what you want, it doesn't matter. Christmas is about family, it's about having fun, eating good food, and just being able to indulge in that quality time that we don't get a lot of these days. Monday to Friday, the kids are at school, parents go to work, everybody's tired, the weekends go too quickly, but now you have some time to spend with your family. And some of you will probably be going to bed a little bit later. Some of you guys will be on your PS4s, Xboxes, Switches, Wii U's, all of that stuff. And I'm sure you're going to be playing some board games. Your parents are going to be dragging you in for Monopoly, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. I'm going to give you some little ideas, kids, of what you could be doing this Christmas. And we're going to start off with movies. It's all well and good sitting there watching 10-second clips on YouTube Shorts or TikTok and all of that stuff. We love those little 10-second videos that people make. And, it's entertaining. But I don't know about you, but I do enjoy a great movie, a real good movie. And Christmas is one of those times that we just get to indulge in movies. And even the TV stations, they put on all these great movies and all these old classics, from Home Alone, to the Toy Story, like all these Disney films and Hollywood blockbusters all get shown. I think my whole entire life has had James Bond. Every single year they show James Bond, and James Bond is people love James Bond. If you're a big James Bond fan, you must love Christmas, because guarantee at least one channel will be showing James Bond. But many of us use Netflix. Many of us do use Netflix and Amazon Prime and things like that, because, for a monthly subscription, we get a good choice of movies and series and stuff like that to watch without having to, pay for each one or rent each one, etc. And it's very easy. It's on your phone. It can be on your smart TV. Netflix is on your consoles, PC, laptops, everywhere. So you can access this all the time and watch good movies. So I'm going to give you a little list here that I've come across. Some great movies. Now, the first one up is, if we get up to the Jingle Jangle. So Jingle Jangle come out in 2020, and it was directed by a guy called David Talbot. And basically, Jingle Jangle is like it's like singing songs. It's a very Christmas sing-song movie. And it says here, if your kids are into Christmas movies where the characters sing and dance to holiday tunes, Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey is the movie for them. So go ahead and add this to their movie list. So I think that give this Jingle Jangle a chance. I think a lot of kids have been watching it already. And if you haven't seen it, put it on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or whenever. Put it on tonight if you want. Get into the spirits. I know a lot of you kids, I know in the UK here, a lot of the kids are finishing school their last day today. Some are coming home early. My son's coming home early. My daughter's coming home. Both my kids are coming home early. So, yeah. Get home, watch a good movie. Jingle Jangle is on Netflix. And another one on Netflix is A Boy Called Christmas. Now, this one is interesting because it hasn't got many people that watched it, but it's been classed by Netflix as a gem, a Christmas gem. It's only 32 minutes long, I believe. Where are we? A Boy Called Christmas. No, that's not the 32 minutes one. The next one I was going to talk about. So A Boy Called Christmas. He basically, this young boy called Nicholas goes on an adventure to find his father, and who is on a quest to find the village of Elves, Elfhelm. Along his journey, Nicholas is accompanied by a reindeer named Blitzen and a loyal pet mouse. So this one is a good one to look at. It's called A Boy Called Christmas. That is also on Netflix. And another one we've got, kids, is Robin. Now, this is the one that's 32 minutes long and hasn't had a lot of views. And this is the one that they are calling, it's a hidden gem. And it's definitely recommended. And they're begging you to give it a chance. It's called Robin. And basically, it's a young Robin who has been raised by a family of mice. So he's been raised by mice. And he goes on to basically, he wants to fit in. So he has this little wish to become a mouse. And along this journey, this 32-minute journey, we see this Robin go through some self-discoveries. Meant to be a really great film, highly recommended. So check it out. Robin is also on Netflix. We have another one, which is David and the Elves. So David and the Elves. This movie is in Polish, but you can change the audio to English. You know, when you go on to, they have dubbed over in English if you want to in the settings. And this came out on December 6th. And it's about an overworked elf named Albert who leaves the North Pole to run off to the real world to figure out what Christmas is all about. While on his journey, he meets a young, lonely boy named David who just wants to have cheerful Christmas, but his parents are always busy with work. So Albert and David go on a magical adventure together to the Tatra Mountains to visit David's grandparents and find out the true meaning of Christmas. Sounds like a great film. I think I might put that on my list myself. I like the sound of that. And another one is the Christmas Chronicles. I mean, the Christmas Chronicles is absolutely... I've seen the Christmas Chronicles. I think they're great. Really, really funny. It is a real family film. You know, adults will enjoy this as much as the kids. You know, it could be young kids, you know, young adults, older adults. This is for everyone. It's really, really funny. It's gripping. You know, there's some emotional points in there. It will, you know, some little bit tear-jerky moments in both the Chronicles. And I highly recommend it. This is definitely one of my favourite Christmas films that have come out in the last decade. And it stars Kurt Russell, you know, a really famous actor who's done a lot of great fit movies. He's very funny, you know, and he's very warm character. He's a very warm character, very down to earth. So kids, I know you might not know who Kurt Russell is. Great guy. Definitely check out the Christmas Chronicles if you haven't already. Now, another thing, kids, is there's also a lot of video games. Now, I know the kids today, you like your video games, but you can become too indulged by yourself. And Christmas is about spending time together. And obviously, if board games are not your thing and video games are, why not incorporate the family into a video game you can play together? And popular ones that I would like to tell you about. One of them is called Overcooked. This is on PS4, Xbox One and PC. Now this game is basically you are controlling a busy restaurant kitchen. You're dealing with orders, ingredients, you know, getting things out. It's a little bit like a mobile game, you know, similar to these mobile games where you got to make a burger and serve the person. You got to keep the whole thing running. Now this is the same sort of thing, but it's on your console. And you can play with the whole family, absolutely the whole family. So I highly recommend that. I think that'd be a great game. I think it'll be hilarious. You know, the kids and the parents, you know, trying to, you know, make these ingredients and serve these customers in this game. And it says here, it could get you prepared, adults, it could get you prepared for the absolute drama of Christmas dinner. So another one is called Space Team. Now this will be on your Apple and Android devices, so it could be your iPad, your Samsung tablet, Google tablets, you know, or whatever, or even the smartphones. Now this was released in 2012, so it's not a new game, but it's a multiplayer game. Up to 4 people will need to download, so 4 of you can download this game on your devices and play together. And basically, you work together to save your ship. You know, something's wrong with your ship and you've got to work together to try and save your spaceship. So that's definitely a fun game. Another one, if you have a Wii U, You've got Mario Kart 8, which I also believe, I know there's a Mario Kart on Switch as well. So Nintendo Switch users, you know, you can get Mario Kart as well. I mean, Mario Kart, I mean, ever since the Super Nintendo, I remember when I was a kid, Mario Kart, it's never lost its charm, you know, from the Super Nintendo to the Wii, like right up to the current day. Mario Kart is just an awesome game. It's an awesome game, you know, and I believe you can play up to 4 players, I believe, 4 players, and you can race each other. You know, you can race each other, and you know, you collect those, you know, those little weapons, whether you want to throw a shell or whatever, you know, to stump the other players and win the race. Definitely a fun game, and again with Nintendo, they're really good. If you want to purchase your own little wheel where you can put your device controller in the wheel and actually drive. Really, really, really fun game. Highly recommend it. Guys, go get yourselves into Mario Kart this Christmas. You will have bundles and bundles of fun. Now, another game that just has to be on your list, especially if you've got, you know, young performers running around your house, those that have got loads of energy, they love music, they're always jumping around to their favourite song. Just Dance is one for you. This is on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, PS3, Xbox 360. You know, all of those options there of consoles and computers. And Just Dance is amazing. You know, they have some of the latest and greatest songs, some old popular songs that you can dance to. And then your aim is to obviously perform those moves perfectly, the best you can, to obviously, you know, beat your parents at dancing. That's what you need to do, kids. Beat your parents at dancing. It should be easy for you. 100%, I believe it should be easy for you. Now, another thing I want to speak to, this one's for the parents now. Now, parents, I understand that obviously, you know, as you can see from my channel, I deal with a lot of missing cases. You know, I talk about a lot of, you know, sad situations where young children have been taken from their homes. You know, it's not a safe world out there, and it seems to be a big issue. And I know parents, you can be very, very worried. Now, I have the answer there. I've got an app, and it's called Life 360, and you can get this on Android and iOS. And what you do is you install it on your phone, and then you install it on your child's device. It doesn't need to be, if your child doesn't have a device, go get a cheap one, put a cheap SIM card in there, you know, that just gives them a little bit of internet. So then you can put it in their pockets, or whether, you know, you've got a child that has to walk to school, a teenager, you know, your child wanders off, and they've got a habit of wandering off around the corner, or, you know, wherever, you know, if you're really worried about keeping track of your child, this is really good, because one, it does the same as like Find My iPhone and Android location services and things like that, where you can track where the phone is. But Life 360 gives you a little bit more. And what I mean by that is you create a circle, so you can add whoever you want in that circle. No one else can enter that circle. You can have mum, dad, and the children all in this circle, and you can locate each other. And not just that, it will notify you if your child's location services get switched off, and it tells you where they were when it got switched off. Or their phone dies, it will tell you the last place they was. It has a messaging service on there that only you and only the people in this circle can use. It is not a social media. It is literally everyone in this circle can message each other. So you can message your child like, why are you in there? Or why have you gone this direction? Or why are you... And you can find out where they are. It also has a feature on there that you can, if your child gets into a car, it tells you they're in a car, and it tells you what road they're on, and it tells you how fast the car is going. So you could, if somebody takes your child and then does 80 miles per hour down the M25, you're going to know about it. And also another thing it does is it has a feature on there where you can press You can set up certain buttons, so it could be the volume button. So you could say, okay, if they hold the volume button down for 5 seconds, it will notify an alert. And what that does is it notifies everyone in the circle that this person is in trouble, this is where they are, etc. And it will also ask you, do you want to call their phone? And then you press that and it will call their phone. And you can give this to the police. So when the app gives you this information and you call the police and say, look, this is happening, my child needs help, you can give the police the information from this family, look, and they can use it to continue where you left off, tracking, tracing, you know, and just gathering information about your child's whereabouts and where they've been. You can have history logs on there. You can also mark places, certain places like school. You can mark the shopping centre, the cinema, Nan's house. You know, you can mark places so it will tell you your child has arrived at Nan's house. Your child is currently in school. It does all of those things. And what I've been thinking about is obviously this will be good if you can hide the device on the child. Let the child know you're doing this, but hide the device. And do you remember those old Nokia cases back in the day before phones were smartphones? And you used to get them, they were like leather and plastic, and you'd put the Nokia in there and then you could put it on your belt or whatever. Get a big one of those that can fit your child's smartphone in there, right? Stitch it on the inside of their jacket, like sort of like behind the shoulder. So if anyone was to go like that, you know, or pat them down, they don't know there's a device right up the back of their shoulder. And you can put the phone, you stitch the case there, and then you put the phone in it, so it's constantly behind them. So, you know, if anybody does, you know, try to take your child and they're concerned that the child may have a device that's traceable, they search the pockets and all that. It's not there, but is hidden in the back of their jacket. Definitely a great idea. Obviously, you know, it like everything, it's not going to be a perfect system. I have had situations before where it can be a little bit delayed updating, but that's very, very rare. Very, very rare. And to be honest, in the app's defense, sometimes we could probably put that down to one or the other signal. You know, wherever we are, if the signal's not great, you know, you're going to have inconsistencies a little bit, but it would still let you know where it picks it up. So if it picks it up like intermittently, it will always give you the last location it was able to pick up that device. So I highly recommend that, parents. It's called Family, what was it called? Family 360. I will leave a link to all of this, everything I've mentioned today. I'll leave a link in the description below. And guys, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Kids, have fun, and make sure that your parents have a lot of fun with you this year. Remember, Christmas is about family. That's how I feel. It is about family. It's the time you get to enjoy the company of loved ones. You know, you're at home, your responsibilities are on hold. Well, your parents ain't, but yours are. But you know what I'm saying, you know, have a great Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a happy holiday. I hope your family is well. I hope you're all safe and well. And I hope you have a blast this holiday. Guys, you've been in the Sleuth Booth.